So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Just Kidding channel. So I'm just getting right into it. As you guys know, the car that I neglect the most out of the cars that I own has to be my WRX. I don't know, it's just all reliable, you know what I mean? It just gets me where I need to go. I drive that majority of the time, especially in inclement weather, because nothing can stop it. So today I got something to put in the car, as you could tell from the description of the video or the title of the video, and we're about to get into it right now. The original head unit that comes in the 2016 Subaru WRX, or the WRX period, is trash. Like 100% garbage. It takes forever to connect. As if you are an OG subscriber on my channel, you would see that I even try to time it. It took a long time to connect. It's very slow sometimes, especially after long distances. I could change the song like 4 times and it'll still be on the same song. So this head unit is not really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace it. And we're actually gonna replace it with a Seican model, I believe that's literally brand new. Got it for Christmas, and I'll show you the comparison, like the difference in how it looks. So this is the original head unit right here, and this is the aftermarket. As you can tell, the screen is a lot bigger. It doesn't have the buttons and stuff like that. It comes as one whole piece, so I'm gonna have to take this whole part apart and then go about installing this. So the sooner we get into it, the sooner this car will look, well, the interior will look better and the audio will sound better. Alright, so I need to take a decent amount apart in order to get access to the bolts to remove this. So I need to take this off first. There's 2 10s. I need to take the glove box down. There's a 10 on the right side of the radio, and I need to take this portion down because there's a 10 on the left side of the radio, and I should be able to take this whole thing apart. So I'm just gonna take a flathead screwdriver and just like pry this side and just like pop it up so I can get access to it. There you go. And then sneak my hands under here, trying to see if I can get this up. Better with 2 hands. It is out. Just gotta remove the connector for you know, this button right here and the hazard button. Alright, it's out. So basically these vents and buttons have to go in the new head unit. So as you can see, it doesn't have it right here. So while this is out right now, I might as well just pop it in so I don't have to do it later. So as you guys know, like this, the radio is exactly the same for the Forester, so they give you 2. So obviously the one on the left is for the WRX and the one on the right is for the Forester. So you're going to be using this one. So pretty sure there's a way to mount this properly, but I'm going to make sure I remove both vents and this as well in order to put that in properly. It looks like it needs screws, but I didn't see any screws come with the kit. So I'm gonna just look over it again, make sure that if there are screws that I put those screws in, and then this will be assembled. Alright, so the vents are held on by these tabs. There's 4 of them for each one. They're gonna be a little bit difficult to get out, but just gotta be patient with it. This is how that center button setup looked. It does need to be bolted, so I'm gonna try to see if I can find those bolts. But they seem pretty sturdy inside, so I'm not worried about that. Pretty happy about that actually. Alright, so I got it out. It was not really difficult. You just have to be extremely patient. That's my suggestion. Make sure these align. Alright, passenger side is in. Now before you guys ask where's that little knob thing that turns it back and forth, it is actually broken. Don't know how it's broken because I do not use the passenger side of my car at all. So maybe somebody came in, they were trying to change the vent to put it a different way and they broke it. I don't know. I don't really care. Maybe I'll find another one eventually soon. Maybe I won't. But as for this plastic piece, you don't need it because it has one already. I didn't realize that until afterwards. I still popped it out, but it was super easy to pop out. So I'm gonna do the driver's side, and then I'm gonna look for the bolts for the center, and then this piece for right now would be good. Just have to worry about the climate control ones next. Right, both vents are in. So to get the vent out, what I suggest is you start on the bottom two clips first, and then for the top, either the right or left one, you pry it and it'll stay up, and then you pry the second one while pulling up at the same time. Don't pull too aggressively because you'll break it. But that's my suggestion because that made it a lot easier. When I tried it with this one and it worked, so I tried it with that one, I got it out way faster than when I was trying to do this one. So that one's good. I'm gonna look for the screws now to see if I can mount the hazard button and the other thing here, and then we'll move forward with removing the 4 bolts that holds this in place. So the bolts that were, or screws or what have you, they were supposed to go here for the hazard button, and the selector weren't in any of the bags. So it's pretty disappointing. I might have to actually go out and see if I can get some, or speak to the company themselves, because it was supposed to come with it but it didn't. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure that out, but that'll be later on in the video. I'm gonna get to removing the actual head unit itself. So two 10 millimeter bolts right here and right there, and then we gotta drop the glove, and then we also gotta pull off a piece of the dash on here. Right, to remove the glove box, not that complicated. This you gotta remove, and also you just have to squeeze the sides of the glove box and pull it down. And yeah, that's really it. Then you should get access to a bolt that's in here on the left side, that well, on the right side of the radio, on my left, that'll get the radio out. With the glove box off, I have to use my iPhone because my camera won't get in there, but the bolt hole is right there. So right, bam. It's a 10. You might need an extension to get it out, but that's where it is. All right, as usual, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So there was this panel here and this panel here, right? So you pop this panel off to get access to the bolt that's right here. And then you should be able to pop this panel off. From there, you're just gonna unplug all these stuff right here, so you can drop this down, and you gotta remove that Phillips screw right there so you can get access to drop down this airbag right here. So this airbag, we're only gonna take off the 10 nuts, then we should be mint to getting the radio out afterwards. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side, just to clarify that. And voila, there's one, and then there's 2 right there. So we're not going to be disconnecting the airbag, we're just going to be unbolting them, and then we're going to be pushing it to the side so we can get access to the center console. For this bolt, I can use my camera. So that's the bolt right there we're going to be removing, in order to get the radio completely out. Alright, so with all 4 bolts removed, you pretty much should be able to remove the rest of this head unit. So this is going to come off as two pieces, one piece that is not really separate. Here we go. And from here we have to disconnect the climate control first, which will be underneath. Let's see if I can get you a shot of that. It might be difficult for me to get you a shot of that because I don't really have another set of hands, but I'll show you afterwards. Alright, so as you can see, there's a total of 6 plugs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the ground. And then for the climate control is just 1. So we will be removing the climate control from this unit and putting it on the other unit. I'm gonna do that now, so like I said, I don't have to worry about it later. But what I noticed is there are 3 screws attached, like 1, 2, 3, that seem to be small enough for me to use in order to put the hazard button and that selector thing inside of the car. So I might just use those just to send it, because like I don't really have any other bolts, but I guess we'll see from there. Alright, it has been super glued. Now we're just gonna focus on getting the plugs right for this. So there is a plug that doesn't allow you, there's a wire that doesn't allow you to access certain things while the car is moving. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out how to get rid of that. So if I wanted to, I could watch Netflix while I'm on a road trip. So it says pin number 14, right, is that brake wire, right? So it'll be right there. I'm gonna put an arrow on the screen. So I'm thinking maybe I have to just ground that out and pray to God that it works. So it's this green wire right here that clearly says brake. So let me do a little bit more research, see what I have to do. Maybe I have to ground it out. And from there, we'll see what the result is. Alright, so whatever there's a plug for, I'm just going to plug it in. If there's not a plug for it, then it is what it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug everything in, but I'm going to still leave this out and see if it works. The benefits of doing that is because if it's mounted back in, I don't have to pop it back out in order to replug things in if I need to. So I'm gonna start doing that. What I'm really focused on is the radio. So the climate control, not focused on that because I know that's gonna work. That's still OEM. The hazard button as well as the selector switch for that little screen, I'm not worried about it because that's also OEM. I'm worrying about all the aftermarket stuff. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the USBs in and run them through the glove box. This is like, where is it? This is like the GPS antenna. I'm not sure where I want to mount this because I was thinking like maybe I should go through the dash, have it come out and then come up top, but that's a lot of disassembling. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that, but I'll definitely leave it loose, maybe put it in the glove box for now. If it's long enough and I can get to it, then I'll tackle it. If not, I'm not really worried about it. It should work fine wherever it is. So I'm gonna just start plugging everything in, see if it works, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It does look like a rat's nest, but obviously it's going to be hidden. So I was just following whatever is labeled. So as you can see, it says aux in L, and the corresponding thing says the same thing, aux in L. So I was just matching those up. But there's one that says CCD Advin. So let me see if I can get you to see that right there. But there's no place to put it. So I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just try to see if everything works. If everything works, then we're in. If it doesn't, then we gotta switch it around and figure it out. So, where are my keys? Moment of MF truth. Oh shit! Sorry, cussing. Oh my god, I'm hitting everything, turning everything on. So it is on. As you can see right here, camera's dying. Maybe since this is the first time turning up, has to set itself up. I'm just gonna give it a minute. Hope it doesn't. Oh, whoa! This is nice. Nice. Oh my goodness. It is very nice. Let's see. Oh, the audio works. Oh, okay. Let's not get crazy, you know what I'm saying? We need that FM. We need that FM. Anonymous. Oh, no. Oh, 90. Hey, this shit works. Hey, let's get it. Oh, hold on. Most important, you gotta see if that, reverse camera comes on. Uh-oh. Audio turned off and it didn't come up. Gotta figure that out. Okay, so I think we have an issue. I figured out how to get the reverse camera to work, but it looks like trash. So actually I should probably put that up before I do this. But I'm going to show you right now what it looks like. Looks like straight butt cheeks. So I am not happy with that. The wires were just wrong. I'm gonna try and see if I can, maybe it's a different wire or something, but that looks horrible. Alright, so in order to get the buttons for the steering wheel to work, you have to go to your settings, scroll to car, navigation, blah blah, steering wheel keys, right? So now you have to configure literally everything. So everything from the left side of the screen, left side of the wheel, because the right side is cruise control, has nothing to do with you, and this is for that screen in the center right there. So you have to configure everything from the left side there. Once you click save, alright, but here's the thing. So you do it, how you do it is you click the button first, and then it'll tell you. So volume up is that, volume down is that, voice is that, go back is that, phone, hang up, and then that. So that's how you want to do it, because that's how it was set for the previous, what's it called? Previous head unit, right? So also you can have your battery voltage at the top, which is, I think that's pretty cool. It doesn't really serve a lot of purpose, but battery voltage was always important to know, because like you could see from there that maybe your alternator is not as good as you hoped it to be, or maybe your battery is dead, but it'll allow you to turn the accessories mode on and turn the car to on, and you can see what your battery voltage is. So that's pretty cool. So overall, I'm not entirely happy with this whole setup. The whole setup, yes, it's pretty cool and everything, but I'm not happy with the backup camera. So let me show you what that looks like. It looks like trash. So it's very distorted. This is like back in 2003 when you had to go to channel 3 and play video games. The VGA is what this is based off of. And so it's the 3 wires, the white, yellow, and red wires. It's the yellow wire that makes it look like this. It should have been a lot better. 100% should have been a lot better, but there's not really much I can do about it. I'm gonna set the date and time and things of that nature right now. So turn that off. Today is actually the 28th, and time would be 2:27, so it's like 14. 20. Actually, it's 35. Whoopsies. There you go. There you go. That's the time. No. That is the U.S. Why is United States. New York. Alright, now go back. Now you gotta change the time again. 14. Yep, seems about right. There you go. So now your time is correct. Alright. Go back. I'm just messing with it right now. If the reverse camera was better, it would have been a better head unit, but other than that, I'm pleased with it. I gotta make sure I use a lot of force to get this in because it's not 100% in, but yeah, that's about it. Alright, so overall, the head unit is alright. The head unit is alright. Like, I do like having the bigger screen. I haven't had the ability to go through Netflix and stuff with it. I don't like the fact that, so it doesn't really have Android or Apple CarPlay. And that's what was listed in the description. What else? So in order to play your music through Bluetooth instead of plugging it in USB, there's actually a secondary app that has a Bluetooth like symbol on it, and then it has something extra. I think it's like pink or something like that. You click that and it'll play your music through Bluetooth, but it doesn't allow you to go through your music, like list the music. It just allows you to click next, click next, click next, and pause. That's pretty trash. What else? As you can see from the backup camera, wasn't that good. I did figure out the buttons though, but the backup camera, I guess how the VGA plug sits, that'll determine whether or not if it's clear. That's trash. What else? Trying to think of. That's really what I could think of right now. But yeah, I'm just like with that whole thing, pretty disappointed in how I honestly thought it was gonna be better, because I seen a lot of people on the Facebook group say it was good, but turned out not to be that good. So a little disappointed in that, but it was a gift. So I guess we'll just see from here. I am gonna do my research and see if there are other head units that are better than this, maybe around the same size, because I don't want to lose the size aspect of it. But if I have to go down like an inch or two, but everything overall is better, then it's a sacrifice I might have to make. and that'll be it. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know what your opinions are on this head unit. Maybe there's something I'm missing that I could do better. Let me know. But that's about it. So please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so the camera got better. I don't know how, but it got better.